Mhm. Hello, everyone. Laurie here. It is Saturday, April 6th, and I am coming at you live at a different time than what I would usually be streaming. So I'll give everybody a moment or two to receive the notification that I've gone live. And I know this is not my usual time. Usually I am live every other Sunday, and for the next few Sundays, I will be in session. So I didn't want to miss out on connecting with all of you. So you might be receiving this or seeing this or watching this after the fact, but I'm still going to go through some of the material. I'm going to talk about the eclipse season coming up, and or the as we are in the middle of eclipse season. I've created a blog for you to give you a little bit of insight, a little bit of guidance. And so I'll go over that material. So hello, everybody. If you're watching afterwards, I'm sorry I missed you, but I know it's kind of smack dab in the middle of the day. I've already finished some sessions. And for today, it was so great to connect with clients and to see people here at the shop. All right, so I've shared the link for the material about the eclipse, and I'm just going to get right into the material, and hopefully you find this information useful. So for those who are just tuning in for the first time, I'm Laurie Barraco. I am the founder of the Mystical Moon. I am a professional psychic, medium, intuitive business coach, mentor, and yeah. And I love all things metaphysical, and I'm always on a journey of learning about something new and going more in depth with my spiritual path. All right. So I'm going to click over to the part with the blog where I have the material about the eclipses. So the blog is titled Unlocking the Mysteries of Eclipses and the Cosmic Influences and Spiritual Transformations. And I know that there's a lot of information out there about in regards to eclipses and astrological events and events that take place on the earth plane and so on and so forth. I am going to invite everyone to use their common sense, to not get too far ahead of yourself when it comes to the worry and the doom and the gloom and so on and so forth. We definitely have different windows of opportunity at different time frames to shift, to grow, to cleanse, to clear, to release, to embrace, to act, to not act with what's going on in our world. And in every generation, there have been things that pop up cosmically and in this physical plane as well that are experienced in the collective. And I will say this too, with consciousness and personal experiences and collective experiences and individual experiences, they vary. Not everyone is going to have the same experience. And I think that's very important that people realize that and recognize that we may not all have the same perception and experience. So that's also to not diminish or minimize anybody else's experience and what they're going through, right? For some people, like a full moon could be really chaotic. And for some people, it opened up the doors for other experiences. So let's all take that into consideration. But as I share this material, use it to empower you, use it to inspire you, and use it to help you navigate through the different things that are taking place in your life. Yeah. Okay. So if you're tuning in live, hello, say hello. I see I have a few people watching. So please feel free to wave, say hello, and drop in so I can see you. All right. So I'm going to continue on with the material. So eclipses, there we go. So eclipses have been a source of fascination and wonder for humans across the globe. These celestial events occur when the sun, moon, and earth align in a specific way, resulting in a breathtaking display of cosmic proportions. And as we approach the upcoming eclipses of 2024, let's delve into the different types of eclipses and explore their cosmic and spiritual significance. So, There are a few different types of eclipses. There's the solar eclipse, which a solar eclipse takes place when the moon positions itself between the sun and earth, casting a shadow on the earth's surface. And there are three types of solar eclipses. There's a total solar eclipse, which the moon completely obscures the sun, allowing the solar corona to be visible. There's the partial solar eclipse, where the moon partially covers the sun and it creates a crescent shaped experience. And then there's the annular solar eclipse, where the moon is it's at its furthest point from the earth, appearing smaller and unable to completely cover the sun, resulting in a ring of fire. Okay. Then we have the lunar eclipse, which a lunar eclipse occurs when the earth comes between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow on the lunar surface. And there are three types of lunar eclipses. So I don't know if you all realize that there are different types of eclipses within those eclipses. So the total lunar eclipse is the Earth's shadow completely covering the moon, often resulting in a reddish hue known as the blood moon. Then there's a partial lunar eclipse, where only a portion of the moon covers the Earth's shadow. Then there's the prenumbral lunar eclipse, and the penumbral, I'm saying it incorrectly, but if you read, you'll be able to see it. That type of lunar eclipse, where the sun passes through the outer part of the Earth's shadow, causing a slight darkening of the lunar surface. So we have some eclipses coming. We experienced one on March 25th, which during that lunar eclipse, the moon passed through the outer part of the Earth's shadow, creating a subtle dimming on the lunar surface. And spiritually, that eclipse invites us to reflect on our emotional and intuitive aspects, encouraging us to release old patterns and embrace inner wisdom. So the energies of the sun and the moon, they are both different, right? So the moon is going to have more to do with like the inner aspects, the intuitive aspects, the feminine, the receptive aspects, right? Those type of influences. The solar, meaning the sun energy, is going to be more of like that assertive, take charge and do something about, right? There are more layers to all of that. So with this total solar eclipse, it's going to be taking place on April 8th. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So this total solar eclipse will be visible across parts of North and Central America, providing a rare opportunity to witness the moon completely blocking the sun. And cosmically, the solar eclipses are associated with new beginnings, powerful shifts, and the acceleration of personal and collective destinies. So it helps move us along on our pathway. Spiritually, this eclipse serves as a catalyst for transformation, urging us to let go of what no longer serves us and embrace new opportunities for growth and evolution. Now, I just recorded my predictions for this upcoming week earlier today. And so we definitely are going to see a lot of, we will experience opportunities to be proactive and to look at where we're not manifesting and where we're getting stuck and hung up. And so that's part of the collective influences as well. I'm going to click over to see if anybody has any comments or questions. Hi, Donna. Good to see you there. Hello from Hawaii. Good to see you. I see a few other friends are tuning in as well. If you're not able to comment, just know that I see you. And hello, friends. All right. So then the next eclipse would be in September. It's on September 18th, and it's a partial lunar eclipse. So cosmically, we will cosmically, lunar eclipses are linked to emotional revelations, the accumulation of cycles, and the illumination of hidden truths. Spiritually, this eclipse encourages us to face our shadows, heal emotional wounds, and embrace the transformative power of being vulnerable, right? So we think about that. So the lunar energy, that moon energy, has more of that watery, emotional, feely kind of connection for us. And then after that, we have the October 2nd annular, solar eclipse. So during that eclipse, the moon will be at its furthest point from the earth, appearing smaller and creating that small ring of fire around the sun. And cosmically, this type of eclipse symbolizes the integration of opposites, the balance between light and shadow, and the opportunity for spiritual growth. All of this is happening for us, not to us. If it's coming up on our path, which I spoke about in my prediction for this upcoming week, if it's happening, it means we are ready. It's prime time on our evolutionary journey to address things, to make a shift, to pivot, to release, to embrace. It means that it's the perfect priming of events and consciousness and opportunity to align with our destiny, with where we're at that time. So spiritually, this solar eclipse in October, it invites us to find harmony within ourselves, embrace our wholeness, and radiate our unique light into the world. Dun, dun, dun. It sounds pretty good to me, right? And even though it can be challenging for some people, utilize these cosmic events to help propel us to the next place on our map for alignment, for purpose, for our destinies, to embrace the experiences that we chose to have here. All right. Hello. I see another friend is tuned in. Hello, my Facebook friend. Good to see you there. Good to see you. All right. So, the spiritual significance of eclipses, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Eclipses have been revered as powerful cosmic events that carry profound spiritual significance. They are believed to be gateways for heightened energy, offering opportunities for transformation, healing, and awakening, as I mentioned, right? So, I mentioned that. So, these opportunities are for our growth. It's not happening to us, it's happening for us. During eclipses, the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is said to be thin, allowing for enhanced intuition, psychic abilities, and access to higher wisdom. Many spiritual practices, such as meditation, intention setting, and energy work, are amplified during these times. Eclipses also serve as cosmic catalysts, accelerating the manifestation of our desires and bringing to light any unresolved patterns or issues that need to be addressed. They encourage us to confront our shadows, release attachments, and align with our true purpose. As I mentioned, these events are catalysts. They help us with our path. If something is happening and taking place in your life, you have the choice to say, okay, let me take a step back and try to look at the reasons why this may be happening. Is it that I'm overlooking something? Is it something that I'm doing that's self-sabotaging? Am I in my way? Am I allowing other things to be in my way? Right? So to take a more proactive stance rather than reactive, right? We always want to try to be proactive, not reactive. When we are proactive, we are not victims. We are not in that place of victim. We are active participants, and we are choosing our reactions. Is it a shit show sometimes? Heck yeah. Sometimes things are very chaotic and it just is a lot, and it can be chaotic and it can stress us out and so on and so forth. But then you have the opportunity to regroup yourself, gather up your thoughts, dust yourself off, and take a neutral look at things and a proactive look. Let's see, and ask yourself those questions. Why is this happening? What do I need to do? What am I overlooking? How can I take responsibility for what's happening here? Sometimes we're more reactionary, and because something happened to someone else or collectively, and then we're reacting. Yes, you could. It's normal to have a reaction, but then regroup, get yourself together, dust yourself off, and get your wits about yourself and ground yourself and think, okay, what can I do moving forward? And to not stay in that loop of that unhealthy cycle. Okay. Hello, I see another friend has joined. Hello, friends. I'm here on a different day and a different time because I have really been delving into my client sessions, and I really want to get to that list of clients to schedule. And I appreciate all of those who are very patient with me getting to you. I do have a year waiting list and we're working at it. I am more than happy to see clients. And I appreciate the patience that all of you have been exhibiting and sharing and holding true to. Okay, so I have some crystals for the eclipse energy. So during eclipses, certain crystals can be particularly helpful in harnessing transformative energies and supporting our spiritual journey. Some crystals I recommend are black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a powerful grounding stone that helps us to protect against negative energies. It helps promote emotional stability and it helps to facilitate inner transformation, right? So that black tourmaline is going to help you with grounding and not getting all chaotic and pulled in many different directions. And it's going to help you stay grounded so that the outside world is not pulling you all around. The next one is Moonstone, known as the Stone of New Beginnings. Moonstone enhances our intuition and encourages emotional balance and aids in embracing change during eclipse periods, right? So the eclipses happen all of these cycles because there's always a new beginning. There's always another door that's going to open. There's always a new chapter. There's always a new opportunity. And so Moonstone can help us with some of those abrupt changes. Sometimes a new beginning happens with us even really having a chance to prepare for it, right? So Moonstone helps us with that, with like quick change and pivoting. The other crystal, one of the other ones I suggest you work with is labradorite. Labradorite is an iridescent crystal and it's associated with magic and transformation and the awakening of your psychic abilities. And it makes it an ideal companion for eclipse rituals, right? So helping you with dialing in and having more of a crystal clear connection with your psychic abilities, fine tuning them if you would. Amethyst. So, amethyst is a stone of spiritual growth and purification. Amethyst can help to clear the mind, enhance meditation, and promote inner peace during times of cosmic shifts. So, amethyst is one of those crystals that kind of does it all, right? So, it helps with your spiritual growth, purification, and helps you clear your mind. And also helps us with self-sabotaging habits and belief systems. It can help us recalibrate and shake off some of those self-defeating patterns. Also, clearing your energy with sage or Palo Santo can most certainly help you. So before engaging in any eclipse rituals or setting intentions, it's important to cleanse your space and energy field. Burning sage or Palo Santo is an effective way to purify the environment and create a sacred atmosphere. The smoke from these sacred herbs is believed to dispel negative energies and promote clarity and positive vibration. So even if you're not actively working with proactive rituals for the eclipse or around the time of the eclipse, it's always good to cleanse your space and your energy, especially if you're dealing with lots on your mind, you're stressed out, you're tired, you're not feeling yourself. It's always a great idea to cleanse with Palo Santo sage or use sprays or any type of cleansing product, ritual. It's always a good time to do it. There's no bad time to cleanse. And you don't have to burn or spray anything. You could use prayer, intention, sound, your voice. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is here are some eclipse rituals. There are many different eclipse rituals, but I'm just going to share a few with you. So there's intention setting. So writing down your intentions, desires, and goals for the upcoming eclipse cycle. It's helpful to look at the sun sign that we're in and the other astrological influences to help you with your intention. Create a sacred space by cleansing with sage or Palo Santo and arranging your crystals if you're working with them. Light a candle, hold your intention paper, and visualize your desires manifesting. Speak your intention out loud, infusing them with emotional energy and conviction and the vibration of your voice. And then burning the paper, symbolizing the release of your intention out into the universe. And then you do your best to disconnect from all those energies, and you try not to keep going back into the intention and the ritual. You let spirit help you clear the path. Another ritual you can work with is meditation and visualization. Find a quiet space and sit comfortably holding your chosen crystals. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths, allowing yourself to relax and center. Visualize yourself surrounded by a brilliant white light, symbolizing the eclipse energy. Focus your intentions and desires, visualizing them as already manifested in your life. Feel the emotions associated with your intentions, such as joy and gratitude and fulfillment, right? Feeling them, experiencing how you think how you would feel and how life would look for you if you have manifested these things. Spend as much time as needed in this meditative state, absorbing the transformative eclipse energies. Also, you can take an eclipse ritual bath. Prepare a bath infused with Epsom salt, essential oils, and flower petals. Of course, you're going to make sure they are not toxic, that your skin is, if you have sensitive skin, you don't want to add a bunch of things. Put a little bit on the back of your hand, test it, see if there's a reaction. And then if you don't have a reaction, then you're good to go. So after preparing your bath, place your crystals around the tub or in the water. You want to make sure if you put them in the water that they're not dissolvable, like selenite or kyanite or celestite. Light your candles and burn your sage or Palo Santo to create that ambiance. And as you soak in the bath, visualize. A lot of this is the visualization, right? Going into the energy and projecting that vision out into the universe. You would visualize the eclipse energies washing over you, cleansing and transforming you. You focus on releasing any blockages or fears or limiting beliefs, allowing them to dissolve in the water. You may know what they are. You may not know what they are. You can always ask Spirit to help you with releasing what's not serving you and what you may not be aware of, and releasing it, and that the water cleanses and helps you release those belief systems and patterns. Emerge from the bath feeling renewed and empowered and aligned with your highest path. And remember that the key to maximizing the potential of eclipse energies is to approach them all with intention, openness, and a willingness to embrace change. Trust in the cosmic wisdom and allow the eclipses to guide you towards personal growth and spiritual evolution. All right. So let's see if there are any comments or any questions about the upcoming eclipse on Monday. Again, I'm Laurie Barraco. For those who may just be tuning in now, I am streaming at a different time, a different day of the week, rather than my usual Sunday morning. I have sessions tomorrow, so I'm not able to go live. But I didn't want to miss you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It would have been in a row because we had the holiday last Sunday. How is everybody doing? Everybody doing okay these days? Are you feeling the effects of the eclipse and all the hubbub around the eclipse and all the things? And then we're in Aries season. How's everybody doing? I'll just give you a moment. And then I also have a deck that I'm going to pull cards from and for. And I was just feeling this kind of rebellious energy. Therefore, rebellious, sassy, a little ornery type of energy. And then the Sacred Rebels deck pulled to me. Actually, this pulled up to me yesterday, caught my eye, the attention of it, for the crystal bowl meditation that I was hosting last night. And I thought, well, not for the meditation, but it caught my attention again today for today's live. Owning who you are, and maybe more embracing your quirk, your quirkiness and your uniqueness, right? Yeah, maybe. All right, Marie says it's been an intense one for her and also because of her Aries Chiron placement. Oh, health issues surround you and your family and even your cat. Oh, I'm sorry to hear all of that, right? So sometimes we have to, even though we have other things we want to do, maybe more funner things or more enjoyable things that focus on our health. Sometimes health is what's needed. That focus on our health and our temple is what's needed. And your body is speaking loudly and clearly. So obviously it's a collective family experience for you, Marie, that has to do with your closer relationships in that soul group here on earth. And so making health a priority, right? And maybe we're releasing toxins, and maybe as a collective we're here to support each other in the family, to lean on each other and to have more empathy as we go through these health issues. So I keep feeling that there's this pull to, I don't want to deal with this right now. I want to go off and do this, do this, and this. And my health challenges are getting in the way of me having fun, right? Yeah. So sending you lots of support. And Kathy says she's doing great, clearing and re-energizing her home and life. That sounds fabulous. Yeah. I will say this, a lot of my clients these days are reevaluating things, and they've come to this crossroad where it's not that it's me or them, it's more of, I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of where I'm at. I love these people in my life, but I have to, but I really, the message keeps coming up that if I don't take care of myself and put some of my needs and my desires, first, then I have nothing to give, and that I'm missing out on a huge part of my life. I'm missing out on some of the important stuff about my life. I'm not to be a sacrifice. I'm not going to be selfish. I'm not going to sacrifice my path. But sometimes I have to take care of my needs first, and that's not being selfish. And for some people, that's really hard because it's been drilled into us that don't be selfish, don't, be there for people, be empathetic, be caring, and you can do it. You can do all of that. You can do both or be all that to all people. But sometimes it's being really out of balance first, that like our health may come up, our body, and maybe our finances. It's like, okay, this needs to be a focus of mine right now. Yeah. How's everybody else doing here? Doing okay? And as I mentioned, that some eclipses will have a more profound effect on us than others. So with the Sacred Rebels deck, I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'm going to have you select the card that is standing out to you and for you. And this will be your message for your theme for this eclipse, the one that's going to be taking place on Monday. And so I also wanted to drop in and to say that, I mentioned a few different things that you can do, meditation, intention setting, but really pay attention to where you're being pulled in your life. It might be to declutter. You might feel like I need to just get rid of all this paperwork. It's really on my nerves. It might be that if you have property, you want to go and you want to pull out the weeds. You want to plant some seeds. That might be a focus of yours. It might be that you want to contact people from your past, and like there's that Mercury retrograde, and just make amends, or maybe on a soul level in the astral realm, you want to have some closure in that way, right? Just kind of tune in with yourself and see what's really important to you these days, and what is your spirit saying? What is where are you being led, and where are you being guided in your life? What's important? Your soul knows your path. Your guides know your path. And with that being said, they know what they know the conditions that are just right for you at this time, and what we can address, what we can embrace, and where we can realign. All right, so I have 3 cards from the Sacred Rebel deck. I have card 1, card 2, and card 3. This is an oldie but a goodie. I don't even know off the top of my head when this deck was created. I know this is a reprint. Yep, there it is. 2014. This deck was first created 10 years ago. So this is card 1, 2, or 3. And this is the theme, the message for you during this eclipse. So if you chose card number 1, by the way, one of these days I'll get it right and I'll make sure I have my glasses with me. If you chose card number 1, it's conscious connections. There is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship. If you are willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. Sometimes it's hard sometimes it's hard to hear, bear. Sometimes it's, Sometimes it is hard to bear the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, while another may prefer to live more vicariously until they have the confidence to step into the center stage of their own life story. We are not here to judge each other, just to be loved, to love, and to let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. This oracle brings guidance for you to trust in the sanctity of the connections in your life. If you have asked to experience a more sacred connection with people who truly get you and want to play life with you, rather than be at odds or against you, then this oracle is confirmation that this manifestation's on its way now. It may or not be that obvious at first, but kindred spirits are going to enter your life to help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. They will give the wings to your inspirational ideas and dreams. So this card is about relationship. It's helping us to see things more clearly and to help us embrace and reprioritize the relationships where we are in balance. Yeah, so relationships. So then if you chose card number 2, it is what is already with you. What is already with you? Hold on here. I think I got the wrong page. All right. You hold in your hand that which you seek. In other words, the pair of spectacles you have been rummaging around with the house for are sitting on top of your head. What you are seeking perhaps is exploring far and wide is actually right under your nose. You may not like this idea. It is much more wonderful to imagine that there is something yet to find. Yeah, of course, there is unlimited creative potential and always something more that can be. Yet in this instance, it is important for you to know that you already have what you need and what you want. That doesn't mean it's the end of the story, although it does ask you to give up the fantasy that a perfect solution lies in the future somewhere. Instead, it asks you to acknowledge that everything necessary for success is with you now. All you need to do is accept and act. All you need to do is accept this and act with what you have available to you. This is good news. This particular chapter has a happy ending in store. That ending will become real for you as soon as you stop trying to skip forward to the next chapter. Better to be completely present in the now. From here, the next phase will naturally happen without force on your part. So, it's already within you. It kind of reminds me of the magician card, right? Where she has everything around them. It's like you have all the supplies, the know-how, the consciousness to manifest what is to be manifested, what is divinely ready to manifest at this time. So stop looking and trying to rush through the process. Slow down and embrace it. All right. And if you chose number 3, it's faith in the process. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no more personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in other ways, and it can defy limitation. It can also affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible yet undeniable persuasive means. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does it suggest that you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life now, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity and the earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are part of the greater unfoldment of life, and your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. Aha. So have a little faith, friend. All right. So I'm going to just read some of the comments here. So Donna says, hit the nail on the head. And she chose number 2. Well, I'm glad that the message resonated. You know, these cards are really lovely. And I really haven't worked with them quite frequently or intimately. I think this might be my deck for a little while to journal, for some reflection. Yeah. Here's another card. This is the receiving card. So this chances are this has to do with slowing down, putting down your guard, putting your ego to the side and say, it's okay for people to do for me. It's safe for me to receive. There might not be an agenda from other people. And sometimes by me not accepting and receiving wholeheartedly, I am denying someone else that opportunity of giving. I am going to read that. So it's number 27. I'm just curious to see what the card has to say from the guidebook. You are so loved, and your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that it is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back to you, to receive and to be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now and to feel nourished and cared for and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process wants you to surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It also helps you overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs are met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. All right, so that kind of goes in alignment with what came through as that message. So if someone gives you a compliment, do you right away feel like, oh, no, and you try to diminish the compliment and just fluff it off? Or do you feel like you need to give one back right away? Sometimes what is needed of the situation is for you to say, thank you so much. I really appreciate that compliment. That is so kind of you. Received, compliment received, or gift received. Thank you so much, right? So let's think about that too, right? And sometimes it just feels so good to just give somebody something, and when they don't want to receive it and they kind of fluff it off, like we feel like, oh man, I wish that they would have been able to receive that, right? So yeah, there's a beautiful balance within that. And the more that we are open to receive the blessings, the more that comes in, because we're going to give back in that way too. It'll be our chance to give again. And Kathy says, all 3 resonated. You're welcome. I'm so glad that the messages resonated. All righty, everybody. So I'm going to be wrapping up this live. And if I didn't catch a lot of you live, I'm so sorry. I will catch you again soon, and we'll be going live on a regular Sunday schedule after they're done with some of the roof stuff here. And I'm catching up on some client sessions too. So it's always so good to connect with everybody. Look forward to seeing you all soon, and have a beautiful week. And I would love to hear your experiences from this upcoming eclipse. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Namaste. Bye bye. Bye bye, everybody.